Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and today, as you can tell, we are doing something a little bit differently. We are learning about area and perimeter of triangles, squares and rectangles. Mostly we're going to be looking at area, as that is what people usually get a bit confused in when it comes to this area of maths. So, let's get into it. Now, some key terms that you will need to know, I'm going to write on the board so that you can see them better. Number one is area, which quite literally means the total, the total measurement of space inside a 2D shape. Okay, so like here it is a bit more clearly. And now we have perimeter, which is quite literally just the total distance on the outside. Perimeter, the total distance around the outside of the 2D shape. Those are the key terms that you're going to need to know in order to make today's lesson a bit more simple for you. Now, you'll also need to know the difference between 2D and 3D shapes, because that's also quite important as we are doing area and not volume. So let me just give you like a clear demonstration with a square. That's not a very good square, probably not exactly all the same, but it's fine. And this is a 3D, a cube. Probably looks more like a cuboid, but it's okay. Another way that you can draw cuboids is by doing this. I feel like it doesn't work as well for me, but like it does work really well if you want to see all the lines and vertexes inside. And if you don't know what a vertex is, it's quite literally just a vertice or a corner. And let me give you some more examples. Quite literally, that's the only difference between a 2D and a 3D. 2Ds are usually flat, and 3Ds are physical objects you can grab. Physical can be grabbed. And that's quite literally the only difference there is between the two. Now, we're going to look at some actual examples of area and perimeter in this lesson. And at the end, there is also a slightly harder question, but this is a simple area question. So it says here, what is the area of this triangle? And it says that one of the measurements is not needed, and it gives you 4 centimeters squared, 5 centimeters squared, and 8 centimeters squared. Now, what you're going to want to know is that for a triangle, I'll just draw this one. 4, 5, 8. What you're going to want to need to find the area is that base times height, and you're going to want to divide that by 2. I don't really like saying length times width, because width basically implies that, but that could also imply length. But the thing is, with base times height, you could tell that that's your base because that's the structure of the shape. You could tell that's your height because that's how long it is. And so, in order to find the area of this, I'm going to tell you this, okay? This diagonal line here, 8 centimeters, is not needed. 8 centimeters is not needed. B. In order to find the area, 4 times by 5 is 20. Divide that by 2 and you get 10. So it's going to be 10 centimeters squared. Now the reason we didn't write 10 centimeters cubed is because we are not doing volume. Okay, what is the area of this triangle? Now, often you'll be told in like exams this, not drawn to scale. Often it will be drawn in big, bold, italics, literally anything that can make it be seen. This often means that you just can't measure it, okay? If it was a measuring question, like if it was a protractor question and it said measure the angle, it would either give you a protractor for the exam or it would draw a picture of a protractor so that you could see what you're doing. Same with ruler questions. If it says measure the length, you have to measure the length, okay? You have to try and calculate it if it says calculate. Now, often in these style questions, you will have to work things out. Now, using our base times height divided by 2 is the area of a triangle knowledge, I think we can tell what the base and the height would be for this. Hint, it's not 5 centimeters. Let me just make that clear. 5 centimeters will not be used. So now, applying our base times height divided by 2 knowledge, we are going to try and find the base times height. As I was saying, we are going to find the base and the height, which would be 3 times 2 is 6. Divide that by 2 is 3. So see, the area is 3 centimeters squared. Now, if you can see, down here, we have been given a slightly trickier question. A key has been given to help you work out the area of this rectangle. Now, what this means is it's not like the keys that you would use in history class or in English class. Like, for example, yellow means something that was directly quoted from the text and blue means something that has been inferred, and it highlights the questions based on the answer you want to give. That's not what it means by key. What it means is what each one represents, and you will see these type of mathematical keys quite often, especially in Key Stage 3 going up into like years 9s, 10s and possibly 11s, but in year 11 you'd be given something a lot more challenging. Now, it's asking you to find the area. Now, when it says a squared, it doesn't mean it's already found the area or that it's found the area of the one side. Okay, it means they want you to times a by itself. So, essentially, what this is wanting us to do, it's wanting us to find a times a to be a squared, and it wants us to then multiply a squared by b to then get the area, and it's given us that a is 3 and that b is 6. Now, it has also given us an answer, but we need to see if that answer is true or false and why. So, when it says a times a, it means 3 times 3 to get 9. When it says a squared times by b squared, it means 9 times 6. And when it says area, all it means is 54. Now, it doesn't specify what units of measurement, so we have to just write 54 units squared. So, as you can see, based off this was false. False, as it is 54 units squared. Okay, says work out the area of this square. Okay, the fact that it's a square already tells you everything you need to know. Says that one of the sides is 3 centimeters. It might be drawn to scale, it might not be drawn to scale. So that's why you can't always trust these squares that they draw, especially if it doesn't say not drawn to scale, or if it does say not drawn to scale, okay? So, A is quite simple to work out. It's asking what A is, and A is labelled for the other 3 sides. And we know it's a square, and we know that one of the sides is 3. So the other side's going to be 3 centimeters. And the area is simply going to be height times by base, or base times by height, however you want to put it, which is quite literally 9 centimeters squared. And we're just gonna write that in really quickly. Okay, so it's asking for a line of these perimeters, and what I mean by line of these perimeters, I mean all the shapes are in a line, and it's asking for the perimeters. Now, the thing is with perimeter, it's not like area. You have to add all the sides up, and you need all the sides instead of just simply 1 or 2, like you do in area. Now, first one we're going to work out is this square. It's a very badly drawn square, but like that's fine. Anyways, so since it's a square, we know that all the sides are going to be 3. So we're just going to multiply 3 by 4 because, okay, area is the multiplication one. Perimeter is not. But if it's a square and you're working out perimeter, you may multiply by 4, but never in anywhere else. So the best way to do it is simply by add it. 3 times and treat it like it's a multiplication question and show your workings as an addition, because otherwise you would lose marks and you'd get 12. Now we're working out this triangle. Now we don't have to divide by 2 since it's not area anymore. All we do is add 2 by 3 and then 4, which gives us 9. So let's write it inside the shapes. Now, for C, it's given us 2 sides, but not the other 2. Now, you can tell that these 2 sides are different as it says in the measurements. So we can tell that this is a rectangle. This last one is going to be 2, and that one is also going to be 2. 4 add 4 is 8, add 2, add 2, it's going to be 12. Anyways, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that, please send this to a friend so that they could also find this useful and they could also enjoy it and watch it and be helped. Thank you for watching. Bye guys!